Hello everyone, welcome to another video brought to you by Erotic Walrus, and today I want to help you climb, specifically in the top lane on Renekton. Now you see, this champion is surprisingly underplayed by everyone in almost every elo, sitting at 8.71%. Now his win rate is also nothing to boast. However, this guide is targeted to help people who are mainly hard stuck silver and gold. I highly doubt any high elo players would be watching my videos and be like, I should heed this pleb's advice, as I am currently hard stuck Diamond 3. Like, no. So for everyone who is in silver and looking to hit gold fast, this one is for you guys. Now let's start with laning phase. So Renekton has arguably the strongest early game you can get, other than Pantheon, who just dumpster on everyone. Renekton does not have a hard counter and can easily dominate all lane opponents. The key to being successful on Renekton is knowing when to engage and when to freeze lane. I cannot tell you how boring some games get when I just have the enemies watching me farm. Now if your opponent is not one to just sit and watch, but instead decides to fight you 1v1 for that alpha title, you just gotta beat the memory back into them about who is boss here. Keep your rage bar at around half, and the second they engage you, just E auto, Q into W, and E auto. Now if you engage onto them and your bar is already above 50, you'd want to E into Q into W into auto into E, since you'd want your Fury to proc onto your Q rather than your W, since you are maxing your Q first. Level 3 is your first power spike with all 3 skills available. At this point, if you have 50 rage, you can take around 65 of your lane opponent's HP in one combo. Meaning if they are already wounded from your early level trades, this is when you go balls to the walls for that first blood. Pre 6, you have great killing potential against most top laners. And post 6, you have great killing potential against most top laners and their junglers if they decide to gank you. I'd advise that you do not get driven by kills when playing Renekton, as you will see simply being up in farm will put your lane opponent so far behind in terms of items that they'd seem like a caveman to you. Once either top tower falls, you should look to roam and make plays with your team, since an extended lane will not benefit you too much. Take as much as you can with your team, and if the enemy top laner joins in, well then they would be about as useful as a super minion at this point. Probably gives the same amount of gold as well. Abuse the fact that Renekton is a tanky mobile assassin with self-heal, CC, and also AoE damage over time. It doesn't even matter if the enemy carries are fed, because it takes one combo to kill them. With your ultimate on, you will be regenerating rage bar 24/7 and dealing that sweet AoE damage over time. There is nothing more suitable to carry a game. You are essentially a dream team put into one champion. For summoners, you go Flash Ignite because you need that kill pressure. You know what they say, an amazing KDA keeps those campers away. Okay, they don't really say that, but you know, it's true. If you are massacring your lane opponent, any half-decent jungler will never gank for them, so they're just left out to dry. As mentioned before, if any jungler is bad enough to gank a lane that is severely behind, well, can't say no to a free double kill, right? Alright. For masteries, go 18, 0, 12. Now, it's really important that you take insight in the resolve, because with insight, your summoner spells would come back faster than your girlfriend's leg hair and ultimately generate more spanking potential in lane. For runes, run AD reds, armor yellows, magic resist blues, and AD quints. You really just want to focus on your combos, and raw attack damage will serve better since Renekton relies on animation cancelling, so you will not have to worry about attack speed. For items, you'd want to go Tiamat into Black Cleaver, then Dead Man's Plate for that extra painful first spank. From here, you'd itemize situationally. Usually if you are ahead, I'd recommend Sterak's Gauge for that offensive-defensive hybrid passive. Following that, I'd build into a Ravenous Hydra. Now if you are the one being spanked, depending on who the enemy team is fed, let's say their AP is fed. you'd go for either a Maul or Spirit Visage into Titanic Hydra. If their AD is fed, you'd go for a Dead Man's Plate into Sterak's. Oh wait, that's the same build as if when you are ahead. Here is a quick example of a full build. Items can be swapped for others in different situations, but this is fairly standard. 8 times out of 10, I'd recommend the Ravenous Hydra over Titanic, just because Ravenous Hydra has the same cooldown as your W, which is 10 seconds, while Titanic Hydra is sitting at 20 seconds. Honestly, it's not too much of a difference. Pick Ravenous if you can actually reach their carries, and pick Titanic if you're just looking to be that big frontline for your team. Anyways, that's all the time I have for this video. If you enjoyed this and found this helpful, hit that like button. If you thought this guide was absolute garbage and it demoted you from Bronze 5 to Plastic 1, feel free to smash that dislike with all 3 of your Gmail accounts. Once again, my name is Erotic Walrus, and until next time, bye bye.